All right, let's fire up Facebook Ads Manager again and talk about one of my most favorite aspects of this paid ads training, excuse me, and that is called custom conversions. And johnloomer.com describes this better than Facebook themselves does. I had a Facebook knowledge base article open, and it's filled with so much of the technical jargon that it'll confuse you. So um, right here it says most frequently custom conversions are used for the tracking and optimization of very specific conversions. Without custom conversions, you can only track and optimize for standard pixel events. Let's see how many actually he has listed here just to talk about those. So a standard event, they have a lot more now. It's just like purchase, completing a registration, lead, add to cart. They have initiate checkout. They have page views, view content, subscribe, and contact. All these standard events. So like a purchase is standard. Now, if you said a $50 purchase of red running shoes, that is very custom. That's very specific. So there is a standard level event, and then you can go deeper in any different direction that you want. So what we focus on in terms of uh, residential cleaning, house cleaning services, really there's nothing to purchase. Yes, they can go through things like booking Koala and submit stuff like that, but we're after leads right now. But it's not just any kind of lead. So like I might have a custom conversion for weekly cleaning service, bi-weekly or monthly. They're all recurring, but they even go deeper. So like a lead would be at the top, the recurring service would be in the middle, and then if it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, that's like the most specific that we'll get. So what I also do is I can break it out by geolocation. The best way I can show you that, this is a custom made account, is we're optimizing for leads in most of the locations, right? So right here, you can see New Orleans, Richmond, and Wichita. And then I have, well, the Grand Rapids one is off because we terminated the partnership with that client. Um, Grand Rapids, Bay City, and Detroit. If I scooch on over here, I know this is going to look a little bit messy, but right here it says Detroit estimate request, Bay City estimate request, and Grand Rapids estimate request. Let's see what they look like overall. Bay City, this one got 16 leads at $44 each. Bay City, this one was better, $30 a lead, 13 of them. So it's already, whatever we did there, cut it down, cut the lead cost. I think I changed the ad image. Detroit, Bay City, Grand Rapids. Whereas New Orleans, Richmond, and Wichita, they all are just optimizing for the standard leads. Sometimes that works great, and sometimes we want to then segment down into the geolocation, and that typically happens once we start getting enough of those conversions. We set it up, and then it starts triggering by itself. So like we're not actually optimizing for it yet. But this way we can allow Facebook to gather its data and do its thing and optimize for people in Bay City. Now, I'm not targeting outside of Bay City, but different areas are different for whatever reason. So I want to send the Bay City office Bay City estimate request specifically. So custom conversion is a very specific tracking. Is customized tracking, and how I do that through Facebook is by, let me get here. Let me just show you. Oh, that's a bad example. Let's go to Alicia's website. So I'm basically driving traffic just to this homepage. I'll just show it to you. And so they'll come through, they'll submit this form, or they might call us directly, which then I don't track a custom conversion. I track only the click to call. So if they click to call this number, it'll track it, it'll fire that event, and we're able to optimize them for phone calls. But for form submissions, to get these numbers to fire, they're going to land here on our homepage. They're going to fill out this form, and then they're going to be sent to a thank you page, which is this one. The thank you page. It's just saying, you know what, great, your information has been sent perfectly. We will reach out to you as soon as we can. So if you get a call from an unknown number or a text from an unknown number, it's probably us. I let them know they can screenshot this page because it has our contact information at the top. We reiterate testimonials, yada, yada, yada. So we know that if someone lands on this page, that they have, except for me because I got there through the back door, if they land on this page, it is very likely that they just filled out this form. And they only get through to it if they select weekly, biweekly, or monthly. If they select one-time deep clean, the lead still gets sent off, but it does not submit the form as successful. One-time deep cleans are great, but we're after recurring. So we want to focus on the people who have selected one of these three. So we restrict the redirect of this form to this page depending on if they selected that recurring service. So let's go back to home cleaning and just start. Let's create a new custom conversion. So the first part of this training had you set up a campaign with just the lead form. So it will still optimize for a lead, but you can't use custom conversions on the lead forms. And that basically signals to Facebook like, hey, they're trying to get these leads. We already know what we can optimize for. We know we can generate the lead, but they might charge more per 1,000 impressions, which will lead to higher ad costs. So this is my way around it of then specifically optimizing for that conversion. We want recurring cleanings, and we set that up by going to all tools, going to events manager. And so let's say Huntersville Home Cleaning. I haven't changed that name of the pixel yet. Right here, the star is custom conversions. We're going to create a custom conversion. So here we go. Huntersville Home Cleaning pixel. Let's say so now we want to make sure we have all URL traffic selected. You don't have to select your own category. Facebook will do it for you. Plus, I don't really care what they determine it as, especially because I already know what I'm optimizing for. If we find that it's more of a submit application event instead of a lead event, we'll go back and change it later. For now, don't do anything with it. So now you're going to tell Facebook, okay, we're going to watch all the URL traffic, but which one of these URL keywords is going to trigger this event so that we can do it over and over and over again and get better at it? Well, it is this thank you page. So it's going to probably select the HTTPS and everything. Let's do this. Just grab this part. It just needs to contain what I have here. So they're not going to land on this page unless they go through that form, and no one can find it organically like that. I'm not trying to rank this page. So there's no other page on this website with those specific keywords. So that is all we need to do to fire that event. You don't need to enter in a conversion value. Don't worry about it. You click create, and then it's done. So now when you go create the campaign, what are you doing? I don't really want to be at the dashboard, so let's just try it. So now we'll go back to leads again. Remember, we used the leads objective, but we used instant forms right here. Let me stay right to the right. Instant forms, messenger, conversions, calls. We did the instant forms the first time, and now we are going for conversions. So we're going to hit continue. You can name your campaigns whatever you'd like. Let's say hold. All right, don't need to declare any special categories. Hit next. Here it is going to probably default instant forms if you've already done that with your campaign. The first campaign, but now make sure website is checked. It's going to ask for your pixel. That was grayed out because I have no recent activity. It's just a demo one. And now you can choose your event. Does it have all of them in here already? Yeah, see, these are all standard events, except for the one we just made, Wichita Estimate Request. So you can have a customized product. They have all these different standard events, and here's our lead event. If you were to select this, it is okay. But for the sake of this training and going over custom conversions, we select our custom conversion, and it is okay that it hasn't been fired yet. That's perfectly fine. Of course, you go through and set up your campaign just as you would with an instant form. So the budget, I'm going to recommend $20 a day. Restrict your audience to your market area. I mean, if you only service 30 miles within or from your headquarters, put in the exact address. Make sure you have people living in this location, not the default living in or recently in this location. So if I were to say for this one specifically, oh no, we're doing Alicia. She is in Hutchinson, Kansas. So I know that she is servicing the Wichita area. So what I did, let's do around Hutchinson. Let's also do Wichita, 25 miles. Let's do, there's a little overlap there, so that helps. But to save her from going Hutchinson all the way down here, a little bit. And so there's like this out here. There's not enough overlap. So what I'm going to do is drop a pin like this. It only goes to 10 miles. Let's put it to 15. Ooh. Overlap some. But that will pretty well get, I mean, you can drop as many pins as you want and put them and get this perfectly, but this is how I just quickly assemble the market area. Select your ages, your age ranges of who your most ideal, most perfect clients are. Genders, male, female, if you want to target only women or men, depending on your product or service. Typically, I will run only to a female audience. They fill out the forms more often, they call more often. You can target everyone. Perhaps it is a bunch of husbands and partners, and they see the ad and then say, hey, you should reach out to so-and-so's cleaning company. But it is usually the women that take the action on the website. So I lead with women. And once you feel like the campaign has kind of like stalled out, open it up to men and women before changing the ad set and just kind of give it that refresh. You can see here the estimated audience size is between 188 and 222,000. Let's just say 200,000 to keep it simple. If you were to go all, it's about 375,000. Next thing is placements. Again, same thing with your instant forms. I just like to go through and uncheck everything. Well, that's not going to let me do all of them to start. Uncheck, leave Facebook and Instagram feed. Honestly, if you just ran Facebook feed, you're going to crush it. The Instagram feed it's nice to have it there, but a lot of the actions will come from Facebook because you're you're right there. People who are on Instagram only want to check out pictures, and you're gonna have to create the action and invoke the emotion from the picture. But if you have some text, people who are used to reading a post or whatever, they will go and then take that action. Again, uncheck everything except the feed. Double check it because Facebook will spend your money. It doesn't affect the reach. It doesn't, I mean, this conversions here, this is a little obnoxious. I really only pay attention to the daily reach and then the audience size. This conversions number is almost never accurate. Like, quite frankly, there's no freaking way I'm gonna get like 50 leads from a $20 budget in Wichita, right? So you go on to next. You can use your same ad, the same copy that you used in the previous training with the instant lead forms. But I will drop this in there so that you can have this default, this template cleaning ad. It works for us in every area. This is how I start everything off, and then we'll get more into the branding of it and putting like the headshot out there so folks can get used to it. But like this one works. It doesn't have to be anything wild. It just has to call out what you want. If you want to put just weekly house cleaning services, put that in there. That helps draw the correct people out. But I will have a link to this so that you can use it as well. And the text we have in there in the previous video too. So what I have for custom mades, let me go in here. Go to Bay City. Let's just see what I have for. So this ad set is off. It had 16 estimate requests though. Oh, this one's a long one. Oh, right. So like I'll have this one is just a review. Share a link. I hope it will let me. I will literally just copy reviews, like good reviews from Google, even the Facebook ads, Yelp, wherever someone has said anything good about us. And I just copy and paste it on there. Little call to action here. Here's another review, another one, call to action. Like that's it. Just brag about the things people are saying about you. A simpler one. I wonder. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, so I mean, if you copy this, you're gonna have our information on it. Um, but you have reviews. You likely have reviews already, so use these for your ads as well. This one, more specifically, will call out looking for a reliable house cleaning service. We're a locally owned business. We're not a franchise. Every single dollar that we earn is going right back into the community you live in. We're not like a fast food restaurant. We're more like the Real Seafood Company. That's a very prestigious restaurant in the Bay City area. So that is how I put that spin on it. You can take this and use it exactly for yourself. So you can say we're not like McDonald's. We're more like insert prestigious restaurant. Like the local people will understand it. So will you. You're in that community. We're licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Click this ad or feel free to call or text us. If you prefer email, get a quote now. I have 1, 2, 3, technically 4. They can call, text, visit the website, and fill out a form, or email us. There are 4 ways they can get in touch with us. I have the phone number here. Again, this is a tracking number. If you need a tracking number, we can get you set up with one. Just so you know how where your results came from, like what efforts yielded the highest results. Like this, I have just this phone number on this ad. So if I know someone, like if someone calls this number, I know that they like picked up the phone and dialed it. There are no click to calls for this one because on this website is a different phone number. If for, we're gonna have there, yeah, that's why. So like right here, this number that they would see after clicking is different than the one that is on the ad. So I know that they will have like manually typed it in. I know the difference between that. So there are many ways you can write an ad. It doesn't have to be anything wild, but you can copy this right here. I'll put that template down in the training here in the resources section so you have it and it's easier to copy and paste rather than type it all out. But this one, just take your reviews, put them in there. It gets people to click. It tells people another side of your company. It gives them a different perspective, and folks appreciate that. So if you need any help, again, chat in the lower right. We've got comment section. Reach out to us. You have our email. Let me know. Custom conversions is, I think, is a huge advantage. Is a competitive advantage, especially if everyone else is just optimizing for a generic lead. We are trying to pull out every single recurring opportunity that there is out there. I think this is the way to do it. If you need a website, reach out to us. We'll get one set up for you for $150, just so that you'll have all this here, and all you need to do is change the verbiage of the page, basically just the wording. We'll get you set up with a thank you page so that you can easily set up your custom conversion as well. But if on your current website you just create another page, a simple thank you page, it is very generic, but you just need that destination so that you can record whichever URL is, whichever yours is, put that into the custom conversion section. So if you have any questions, reach out. I hope this helps. Happy hunting. Talk to you soon.